Hey y'all, I am back and I have a customer request. So I figured it'd be a great time to add another video and get my feet wetter. So I have someone that is looking for some liver detox. So I have some dandelion root. You can see that here. And what I do, or have done, is taken a nuts milk sack and put those in there, and then I beat them so that they are broken down into smaller pieces so you can kind of see about what they look like. Some are still whole and then some are ground up. And the client wanted a honey base, so honey is what she's going to get. I'm using a local raw unprocessed honey, and then I'm going to use a little bit of the Bragg's apple cider vinegar with mother. That mother's that stuff at the bottom. That's what helps fermentation, and it has a lot of probiotics and prebiotics to help with digestion. So I'm going to put a little bit of this in, and then I'm going to put mostly the honey in. So y'all can just kind of watch me get to crack-a-lackin'. I don't always wear gloves. Kind of just depends. I think I'm a big vibe and energy person. So I think there's a lot to be said about touch. But yes, I do. I definitely do wash my hands really well before making everything and getting my grubby fingers in. And yes, I scrub under my nails and everything. So I'm going to get this in here. This will be pretty much a little short clip, probably another minute in it. Okay, so I've already got the dandelion root in here, and I'm making a small jar. She didn't specify what size, but I'm going to go ahead and make a small jar, let her try it at a lower price, and then if she wants more, I can make her some more. And I am doing this one in a decoction, which is where I basically will heat up this jar with the product in it to help release a lot of the properties from this dandelion root. You know what? Let's see if I can do this without making a terrible, terrible mess. Oh, actually, I wanted to start with this first. I wanted to get it good and wet. I've already shaking it up, so I got the mother everywhere. I'm just eyeballing this one. I know about how much to put. And I know the whole deal about the Mother's Bragg. I know it was bought out by one of the big corporate companies. It's not owned by Bragg anymore. And I will be making my own apple cider vinegar. But that's like a 6 to 8 week wait. So for now, this is what we're using. Okay, so I got that in. I'm going to add the honey. And up it goes. And the apple cider vinegar is also going to allow it to be a little more liquidy than the consistency of honey, which will help the product inside move around a little bit. Okay, and then there is her dandelion infused honey. And I will put this in a pot with a rag in the bottom on a low heat for about 4 hours. And that'll be ready. And I also have this will be coming up next. This is some pine and some cedar. Actually, this one in here, this is all pine. I've got some pine pitch in here, or resin. I've got some baby pine cones and some bark. And I'm going to get some of the pine needles and cut them up really small and put that in there and do the same thing. Put a little bit of vinegar and a little bit of honey and have a pine mix. And that is good for a lot like mullein, a lot of respiratory, and it's antibacterial, antifungal, antimicrobial. Actually, traditionally what they use that for is making salves. Is probably the most common thing. You can go out there off of a pine tree where there's a wound and get you some of that pitch and put it on a cut or something. And it's kind of like a liquid Band-Aid, but way better. So I'll probably be making some salve too at some point. But I've got a lot of, instead of buns in the oven, I would say I have a lot of jars on the shelf that I am babysitting. So trying to pace myself, got a lot going on. So anyways, guys, this is the dandelion honey that I will have ready for my client in just a day or two. Okay, thanks. See y'all next time.